So do the Minnesota Vikings have a Dalvin Cook problem? Now, I know a lot of people, right when I just said that, kind of sat back and said, what the hell is this guy talking about? Dalvin Cook is supposed to be a top 5 player on a roster, top 5 running back in the entire National Football League. How the hell could they have a Dalvin Cook issue? That's what we'll be discussing in this video today. Thank you again, everybody, for the support on the channel. Leave video ideas down below. Leave certain topics that you want to hear discussed. I listen to all of you guys, and I love the feedback. It really keeps me motivated and helps kind of this channel become what it is today, and it comes straight from you guys. So seriously, thank you guys so much. But do the Minnesota Vikings have a Dalvin Cook issue? Let's discuss that right now. All right, for all those who stayed on this video and didn't click off right away after I started bad mouthing a very good running back in the NFL, that's what I want to say first. I gotta preface this. I love Dalvin Cook. I love what he brings to the locker room. He's clearly still a good running back in the NFL. I'm not trying to dispute that. However, my eyes and my eye test and what I see on the TV, and even when I'm going and I'm watching NFL All 22 film, Dalvin Cook has taken a step back. And if this is because of injury and he tried to play through injury, I get it. But also, he just doesn't look the same. And honestly, what everybody says about if you have an injury in the NFL, once you're on the field, nobody cares. And that just should be the same mindset we have when evaluating players. Since the bye week, Dalvin Cook has not looked good. He had one good game in Arizona this year where he's looked really solid, and then he had the game against Pittsburgh where obviously he ran for 200 yards, but I think a lot of that was just the Pittsburgh D-line just not giving enough, and the Vikings O-line having a really dominant game. And the issue that the Vikings could have with Dalvin Cook is he is not really a necessity for the Minnesota Vikings. What I mean by that is I'm sure a lot of us are so sick of this run pass narrative that has been haunting the Vikings for a ton of years. And I think a lot of that has to do with the mindset of we have Dalvin Cook, we need to get him the football. And I know a lot of you might be saying, well, yeah, we have to get Dalvin Cook the football. But when the pressure to get Dalvin Cook the football is so immense that it takes away touches from 18 and 19 and KJ Osborne, and it stops us from being an aggressive football team, which we all know wins in the NFL nowadays. You look at all the teams in the playoffs, all the teams that are supposed to win the Super Bowl this year, they are all aggressive. They're all aggressive on offense, aggressive on defense. And with kind of having this restriction of Dalvin Cook, it almost makes the Vikings not able to be aggressive. And listen, if Dalvin Cook looked like he did 2 years ago when we went on that run and beat the Saints in the playoffs, I will not be complaining because that would allow the play action to work. But the play action this year hasn't worked because teams are now realizing they can still run 2 safeties on the Vikings a lot and still take away the run. And I think a lot of it has to do with Dalvin Cook not being as explosive as he used to be. And maybe it might be the play call. Maybe Clint Kubiak is running certain outside zone running schemes that don't really fit Dalvin Cook. I mean, hey, it drives me crazy when the Vikings run Dalvin Cook straight into Kenny Clark and Akeem Hicks when we play the Bears and the Packers. It drives me nuts because I'm like, what do you want Dalvin Cook to do? So maybe it's a combination of running plays and the play and sort of the play design and the run design that doesn't really fit Dalvin Cook's running style. Also, my eyes don't lie to me. There are certain plays this year where I look and I say Dalvin could have broken that off for 20. You know, where the O-line did a decent enough job where I'm like, you know what? The old Dalvin Cook maybe breaks that for 15. And I feel like we're almost in a Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard situation where in this case, instead of our Tony Pollard, I think it's Kene Nwangwu and Alexander Mattison, who if those were our 2 running backs going in the next year, I would be perfectly fine with. Where Dalvin Cook is our Ezekiel Elliott, where yes, he's making a good amount of money and he's still a good running back, but is he worth it for the price tag we are getting him at? I think it's a debate the Vikings should really look at this offseason. Because if you could trade Dalvin Cook for a first, second, or maybe 2/3 and a second, I would seriously consider that because it would clear up cap space, which the Vikings do not have, and we would kind of almost embrace that we need to throw the ball 40 to 50 times if they are planning on keeping Kirk Cousins, which I think if our best chance to win with this roster would be to spread it out, use our receivers, use Irv Smith when he comes back next year. So moving off Dalvin Cook, I know it sounds crazy, but he hasn't looked the same in a very long time. He still consistently gets injured. And listen, we got to play with our personnel. It's the new modern age NFL. If you could get off his contract for a second or a third, I would do it. And plus, it's not like we don't have running backs behind him who can easily get the job done. The running back is a very universal wheel type of thing. You're in, you're out. You can find new ones whenever. Thank you guys for the support on the channel. Let me know what you guys think. This is definitely a video I need some feedback on. Thank you guys so much for the support. See you guys next time.